Does this incident over the skies in Turkey change something?
I think it does. There's a couple things over the past few weeks that have changed this conversation. The backdrop is these obviously huge migrant flows, the refugee flows into Europe. In the past few weeks, you have a significant change in ISIS. Just months ago, we had ISIS passively saying to potential terrorists around the world, stay in place and do something. The incident in Paris indicates that now ISIS has changed. They are training people to come over to the West to stage attacks. And meanwhile, with refugees, with terrorism, you have the incident in Turkey suggesting that the likelihood of some conflict between a NATO ally and the Russians is increasing. I think the conversation between Hollande and Obama has to include not only what do we do about ISIS, but how do we escalate conversations about a difficult diplomatic solution, because the White House doesn't want to engage with the Russians on this, but the reality is there's one country that has a clue to the future and a key to the future, and that's Moscow. The answer they're going to give is an answer the White House doesn't like. It's about continuity for President Assad, but at some point, you got to figure out how to shut down the civil war. Otherwise, this chaos is going to continue.
Colonel Leighton, what do you think will come out of the White House today?
Well, I think that what we're going to see is the discussions between President Hollande and President Obama are going to result in some kind of an agreement to further intensify intelligence sharing. And I think that Hollande is going to be that mediator between Washington and Moscow. And I think Phil is right in this sense that this is going to be a key element of the next diplomatic efforts in this arena. What we have to do is establish a mechanism to survive in the Middle East and to have a basic structure, basic international structure that is developed out of all of this. And to do that, the Syrian civil war must be put to an end. And that's where this has to come to.
All right, Colonel Leighton, Phil Mudd, thank you so much for both of your expertise. Let's get over to Chris.
All right, a big part of that equation, the Syrian refugees. Now, the House has passed a bill to keep them out. The basis? Potential risk. Do the facts support that? One law